The 10 most dangerous demons in religion. Number 10. The Lord of Desert Plagues. Pazuzu, one of the most terrifying figures in ancient Mesopotamian mythology, is an entity of contradictions and pure terror. He is depicted with a humanoid body, the head of a lion or a dog, eagle-like talons, 2 pairs of wings, and the tail of a scorpion. This fearsome appearance is a harbinger of his power, as Pazuzu was the king of the wind demons, bringing famine during the dry seasons and devastating swarms of locusts during the rainy ones. His dominion over the arid desert winds, which swept in from the east, made him a destructive force of nature, capable of annihilating crops and bringing misery to entire civilizations. The danger of Pazuzu lies not only in his control over natural disasters, but also in his complex relationship with humanity. Despite being a malevolent entity, the ancient Assyrians and Babylonians often used his effigy on amulets to protect themselves from an even more sinister threat, the demoness Lamashtu, his direct rival. It was believed that invoking Pazuzu's image could force Lamashtu to retreat, creating a terrifying paradox. To protect their newborns and pregnant women from this child devourer, they had to invite the king of plagues himself into their homes. This pact with a lesser evil to avoid a greater one demonstrates the level of desperation and the immense power attributed to this demonic entity. Number 9. The Cannibalistic Illusionist. In the rich traditions of Hinduism and Buddhism, the Rakshasas are a race of malevolent and powerful beings that embody evil in its most chaotic and voracious form. They are not mere monsters, they are master shapeshifters, capable of assuming any appearance to deceive mortals, from a beautiful lover to a trusted family member. Their true form, however, is grotesque, gigantic figures with dark skin, sharp fangs, and flaming eyes. Their main delight is to desecrate sacred rituals, disturb the prayers of ascetics, and most terrifyingly, hunt humans to devour their flesh. The danger of a Rakshasa lies in its intelligence and mastery of magic and illusion, known as Maya. They do not rely solely on brute force, but weave elaborate deceptions to drive their victims to madness and despair before they strike. They hide in cemeteries, lurk in the darkness of forests, and possess the living, inciting them to commit acts of violence and depravity. They represent the primordial force of chaos, a constant threat to the sanctity and order that gods and humans strive to maintain. Number 8. The Predator of the Cradle. Long before other demonic figures populated humanity's nightmares, in ancient Mesopotamia, there existed a supreme terror for every family, Lamashtu. Daughter of the sky god Anu, Lamashtu was a demonic goddess with an insatiable thirst for the lives of the most vulnerable. She was described with a hairy body, the head of a lioness, the ears and teeth of a donkey, and long fingers with sharp nails. She was often depicted standing or kneeling on a donkey, nursing a pig and a dog while holding snakes in her hands, a symbol of her corrupt and unnatural nature. Lamashtu's danger was intimate and devastating. Her primary targets were pregnant women, whom she would torment to cause miscarriages. If the mother survived childbirth, Lamashtu would return to kidnap the newborn, drink its blood, and gnaw on its bones. She was the personification of the fear of infant mortality, a supernatural plague that could snatch the joy from a home in an instant. Unlike other demons who acted on orders or as a form of punishment, Lamashtu acted out of pure malice, making her one of the most direct and cruel threats of the ancient world. Number 7. The Architect of Lust and Discord. Within Judeo-Christian demonology, few names inspire as much fear of soul corruption as Asmodeus. Known for presiding over hell as the king of lust, his power is not limited to carnal temptation. Asmodeus is a destroyer of relationships, a sower of jealousy and discord who delights in tearing spouses apart and perverting effective bonds. In the book of Tobit, he is described as the demon who, consumed by jealousy, killed 7 of Sarah's husbands on their wedding nights before they could consummate the marriage. The true danger of Asmodeus is his subtlety. He is not a brute who destroys, but a strategist who manipulates the deepest human emotions. It is said that he can grant rings of virtues, teach the secrets of astronomy and geometry, and even reveal the location of hidden treasures. However, each of these gifts is a trap, a hook to drag the individual into arrogance, greed, and obsession. He rules over 72 legions of demons and is considered one of the 7 princes of hell, each corresponding to a deadly sin, making his influence one of the most pervasive and difficult to resist. Number 6. The Lord of Illusion and Spiritual Death. In Buddhism, the most dangerous demon is not a beast that tears flesh, but an entity that seeks the annihilation of the spirit, Mara. His name translates to destruction or death, and he is the embodiment of all passions, temptations, and obstacles that prevent the attainment of enlightenment. Mara is not an external being in the traditional sense. He is the personification of our own doubts, fears, desires, and attachments. He is the master of illusion, the one who governs the cycle of reincarnation and delights in keeping all beings trapped in suffering. Mara's most famous confrontation was with Siddhartha Gautama himself, just as he was about to become the Buddha. Mara unleashed his armies, representing fear and violence. He sent his beautiful daughters who embodied lust and desire. And finally, he appeared to him as a divine messenger, questioning his right to achieve enlightenment. The danger of Mara is universal and eternal. While other demons threaten the body, Mara attacks the mind and soul, promising worldly pleasures in exchange for spiritual freedom. His defeat is not an act of violence, but of understanding and detachment, a battle that every individual must fight within themselves. Number 5. The Queen of the Night and Primordial Rebellion. Emerging from the shadows of ancient Mesopotamian mythology and flourishing in Jewish folklore, Lilith is one of the most complex and feared demonic figures. Her most famous legend presents her as Adam's first wife, created from the same earth as he. However, Lilith refused to be subjugated, and when she could not convince Adam of her equality, she uttered the ineffable name of God and fled Eden. Rejecting the pleas of angels to return, she settled on the shores of the Red Sea, becoming the mother of legions of demons. Lilith's danger is multifaceted. She is a succubus who visits men in their dreams to seduce them and beget more of her demonic progeny. But her most feared threat is towards newborns, whom she strangles in their cribs out of jealousy for the happiness of human mothers, an echo of the promise she made to torment the descendants of Adam and Eve. Lilith represents rebellion, untethered sexual freedom, and untamable feminine power, all of which were demonized by patriarchal structures. She is both a physical and ideological threat, a reminder that the oldest and wildest forces can never be fully tamed. Number 4. The Lord of the Flies. His name resonates through sacred texts as a synonym for pestilence and corruption. Beelzebub, also known as Beelzebub. Originally a Philistine god worshipped in the city of Ekron, his name meant Lord of the High Place, but it was deliberately corrupted in Hebrew texts to Lord of the Flies, associating him with filth, decay, and the swarms that gather on corpses. In Christian demonology, his status was elevated to one of the highest in the infernal hierarchy, often considered second in command, only below Satan himself. Beelzebub is a prince of hell, a supreme commander of demonic legions. He is associated with the deadly sin of gluttony, but his influence extends far beyond that. He is an instigator of wars, a false idol demanding worship, and a master of demonic possession. It is said that his presence can induce murderous insanity, and that it was he who tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden in the guise of a serpent. His danger is not just that of an individual demon, but that of an organized leader of evil, capable of orchestrating the fall of nations and the damnation of countless souls. Number 3. The Angel of the Bottomless Pit. When the last days come, as prophesied in the book of Revelation, a bottomless pit will open to unleash unprecedented terror upon the earth. And at the command of that horror will be an angel whose sole purpose is destruction, Abaddon, whose name in Hebrew means the destroyer. In Greek, he is known as Apollyon. He is not a simple demon. He is the king and guardian angel of the abyss, an entity of cosmic power released specifically to execute divine judgment through torment. The danger posed by Abaddon is apocalyptic. He is the leader of a plague of demonic locusts, described with human faces, women's hair, lion's teeth, and iron breastplates, with the power to torment humanity for 5 months with the pain of a scorpion's sting. This torment is so unbearable that men will seek death but will not find it. Abaddon does not tempt, does not corrupt, does not deceive. He is a pure force of annihilation, an instrument of the end times whose arrival marks the beginning of the final tribulation, a testament to the destructive power locked away in the depths of the cosmos. Number 2. The creative shadow of evil. In the ancient dualism of Zoroastrianism, the struggle between good and evil is not a simple battle, but the fundamental principle of all existence. And at the heart of the darkness lies Angra Mainyu, also known as Ahriman. He is not merely a demon or a fallen angel. He is the co-eternal and opposing entity to the creator god Ahura Mazda. If Ahura Mazda is the creator of light, life, and truth, Angra Mainyu is the very origin of darkness, death, and lies. He is the destructive spirit in its purest form. The danger of Angra Mainyu is absolute and cosmological. He does not merely tempt individuals. His very essence actively corrupts the perfect creation of Ahura Mazda, introducing disease, old age, natural disasters, and death into the world. He created a horde of demons, the Devas, to spread his destructive influence and lead humanity into misery and chaos. The entire existence is his battlefield, and every moral choice a human being makes is a vote in this cosmic war. Ahriman represents the idea that evil is not an absence of good, but an active, intelligent, and fundamentally opposing force to creation itself. Number 1. The adversary of all creation. At the pinnacle of any hierarchy of evil stands a figure whose name has become synonymous with the ultimate adversary, Lucifer or Satan. His story is the greatest tragedy and the most profound threat in the Abrahamic religions. Originally, he was the brightest and most powerful of all God's angels, a creature of unmatched beauty and wisdom. However, consumed by immeasurable pride, he refused to serve and led a rebellion in heaven with the aim of dethroning his own creator, uttering the infamous phrase, "I will not serve." After being defeated and cast out of heaven, his mission became the corruption of God's most beloved creation, humanity. Lucifer, now Satan, which means the adversary or the accuser, is the father of lies, the great deceiver, and the tempter par excellence. His danger is total, as he seeks not physical destruction, but the eternal damnation of the soul. He operates through deception, doubt, and an appeal to our darkest desires, promising power, knowledge, and freedom, but delivering only slavery and suffering. He represents the ultimate betrayal and rebellion against the divine order, an intelligent and persistent force whose sole aim is to drag all of creation down into darkness with him.
Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Give it a like, comment your thoughts, and share this video with your friends and family.